Army, get ready. Taehyung is rumored to become the ambassador of a famous French brand. The fashion world is shaken. Army. Before we go any further into this story, I want you to pause for a moment. Imagine a quiet night. You're scrolling through your timeline like usual. No big expectations. Just the same daily routine. And then suddenly, a photo appears. Kim Taehyung. With his signature gaze. Wearing an outfit that looks simple, yet feels incredibly luxurious. And beneath that photo, rumors begin to spread. One sentence that instantly makes your heart beat faster. Taehyung is rumored to become the ambassador of a famous French brand. Army. The word France alone already carries us somewhere else. Paris. Grand runways. Classic buildings with tall windows. City lights reflecting on the Seine River. Models walking with confidence. And in the front row, someone who doesn't even need to try to steal the spotlight. Kim Taehyung. But this time, not as a guest. Not just as an exclusive invitee. But as the official face. As a representation. As a symbol. Army. Taehyung's journey to this point was never instant. We first knew him as a young man with a simple dream. To sing, to perform, to make people feel something through his voice. Back then, no one was talking about high fashion. No one imagined that one day his name would stand alongside legendary French fashion houses. But time has proven one thing. Taehyung has always had something different. From the beginning, his fashion sense stood out. He wasn't afraid to experiment with unusual colors. He dared to wear accessories others avoided. He blended vintage and modern styles so naturally. And most importantly, he wore everything with confidence. Because for Taehyung, fashion isn't just about trends. Fashion is expression. He has spoken about his love for art. His passion for photography. His quiet appreciation for museums. His fascination with small details that others often overlook. And isn't that spirit perfectly aligned with French fashion? A world that values detail. A world that respects the story behind every design. A world that doesn't just sell clothes, but sells experience, character, and identity. Army. Remember every time Taehyung attended a fashion show in Paris. Even the airport felt like a runway. Hundreds of cameras waiting. Every step recorded. Every expression analyzed. And somehow, he always looked like he belonged there. Not awkward. Not excessive. Not trying too hard. As if Paris recognized him. As if he had always been part of that world. When this rumor started circulating, international media immediately picked it up. Fashion observers began speculating. Fans around the world created edits. Imagining Taehyung in black and white campaigns set against classic French architecture. And honestly, it all makes perfect sense. Because Taehyung has a timeless face. A face that could belong in 1990 or 2030. A face untouched by passing trends. A face that carries a classic aura yet still feels modern. But beyond that, he has aura. An aura that cannot be manufactured. Cannot be trained. Cannot be bought. It comes from quiet confidence. From inner calm. From the way he stands without needing to say much. And major brands don't just look for visuals. They look for a story. A story of growth. A story of evolution. A story of someone who is not just popular, but relevant. Taehyung is part of a group that changed global music history. He broke language barriers. He brought Korean culture to the world stage. And now, he may expand that influence into the world of luxury fashion. Imagine a global campaign with an artistic concept. Taehyung walking through Paris at dawn. Soft wind brushing his hair. He stops in front of an old art gallery. His gaze calm yet deep. No long dialogue. Just soft music. And expressions speaking louder than words. ARMY, if this truly happens, it's not just a victory for Taehyung. It's proof that Asian representation in global fashion continues to grow stronger. There was a time when it felt impossible to imagine a K-pop idol becoming the main face of a French fashion house. But today, the world has changed. And Taehyung is one of the reasons it has. What makes this moment even more emotional is one thing. He has never lost himself. Amid massive achievements, he remains humble. Still laughing with his members. Still sharing artistic photos with personal meaning. Still someone who genuinely loves music and art. And maybe that's why this rumor feels so powerful. Because when the world looks at Taehyung, they don't just see a handsome face. They see character. Strong yet gentle. Bold yet emotional. Elegant yet grounded. ARMY, have you noticed something? Every few years, Taehyung opens a new chapter in his life. From rookie idol to global superstar. From stage performer to style icon. And now, perhaps a global ambassador of one of France's most prestigious brands. If the official announcement truly comes, there will be a moment when we all pause. Looking at the screen, smiling softly, and whispering to ourselves, we've come this far. Because we know this journey wasn't easy. We know there was hard work, practice, sacrifice, and pressure behind the glamour. Yet Taehyung always walks calmly. Never rushing. Never desperate to prove anything. And maybe that's why the world keeps coming to him. ARMY, get ready. Because if this rumor turns into an official confirmation, we won't just see campaign photos. We'll witness history. The history of a Korean artist standing at the center of the fashion capital of the world. Not as a guest. Not as a temporary trend. But as a symbol of global elegance. And when that day comes, we'll remember this small moment. When everything was still just a whisper. Just speculation. Just hope. But one thing is certain. No matter what happens, Taehyung has already proven that he is more than an idol. He is not just someone who stands under the spotlight. He becomes the spotlight. He is an artist. Not only because he sings or dances, but because he feels every note. Because he turns emotions into something we can see and hear. He is an inspiration. Not only for his success, but for his quiet perseverance, his steady growth, and the way he continues to challenge himself. Even after reaching heights most people only dream of. He is an evolving icon. Someone who never stays in one shape. Never limits himself to one image. Never allows the world to define him too narrowly. Every year, every era, we see a new layer of Kim Taehyung. More refined. More confident. More fearless. So ARMY, be ready. Because Paris may be preparing to welcome him. The city of art. The city of fashion. The city where elegance meets legacy. And when that door finally opens, when the cameras flash, when the headlines spread across the world, when his name echoes through grand halls and historic streets, we won't just see a new brand ambassador. We'll see an artist stepping into a space that reflects his taste, his aura, his individuality. We'll see a man who has built his journey with patience and passion. We'll see someone who belongs exactly where he stands. We'll see Kim Taehyung, not just attending history, but creating it. Writing his name once again. Bold and unforgettable. On the global stage.